Hey everyone, welcome into another episode of the Spoiler Alert podcast. Late show here, but that's all good because Ty is going to give us a Convince Me to See of A Haunting in Venice, which just came out. So that'll be good. And then I have seen Shortcomings, which I don't know when that actually came out. I should probably check into that. But Shortcomings is another movie that did come out this year. I'm sure we talked about it at some point because, I mean, we've been hitting pretty much every movie as they come out. It came out August 4th. Okay, so last month. I don't know if there were ever showtimes. This might be just like a straight to Prime Video type movie.
Okay, it's on Prime then?
It is available for purchase on Prime.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yes, wink. Mm-hmm. But we're going to be going through those two films, talk about what's coming out this week, and I guess by this week I mean they're already out by now. And then Ty will have some good, well, looking at the news, I can't say I'm excited for any of it, but we do have movie news.
I think one you might really like.
Okay. All right. So let's just kick it off with The Haunting in Venice. That is coming out, yet another murder mystery type film. A sequel to, what is it, Murder on Orient Express, and what was the other one?
Yeah, the first one's Murder on the Orient Express, and the second one's Death on the Nile.
Yeah, I did not see Death on the Nile, did you?
Yeah, I liked that one. I didn't see the first one, but I actually liked Death on the Nile quite a bit.
I did not mind the first one either. I think we called it a watered down Knives Out, but it's
pretty much.
They're decent movies.
Yeah. If you like whodunits and all that, you'll like them.
So this is yet another one in post-World War II Venice. Oh, God. Poirot? I hope that's how you say it. Poirot. Oh, my. That must be French or some crap.
Yep, he's French.
Now retired and living in his own exile, reluctantly attends a seance. But when one of his guests is murdered, it is up to the former detective to once again uncover the killer. So won't go into that too much until Ty talks about it, but that did come out, and that was probably the biggest movie that came out this past weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
Next one here, Outlaw Johnny Black. This looks horrible. So hell-bent on avenging the death of his father, Johnny Black vows to gun down Brett Clayton and becomes a wanted man in the process while posing as a preacher in a small mining town that's been taken over by a notorious land baron. The reason this kind of popped up on the radar here, Ty, is starring Randy Couture and Cowboy Cerrone.
Oh, so that's what this one is.
So This is another one. This is not the one that they came out with, like, that was all talked up while Cowboy...
It had Gina Carano or whatever in it, too?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is yet... I don't know why they're getting these films, but here they are with another one. It is directed by Michael J. White, who I apparently know and recognize. He played Spawn in the really bad, shitty live action version of Spawn.
Okay.
And then he was Was Gamble in The Dark Knight. So the gang leader that, remember, Joker walks into the meeting with them and he makes a pencil disappear in one of his boys.
Yeah.
So that was him. He is also Jax in the Mortal Kombat games, which we just got another one of those.
I might actually get Mortal Kombat 1. I'm actually a pretty big fan of the Mortal Kombat games. They're always solid.
Yeah, I'm just not good at them. I'm not good at
me either. I usually pick
games.
one character and I'll kind of try to just stick with that because I learn how to do it all. But I mean, people that are good at Mortal Kombat are just like, they're really good, and then there's just no use even trying. It's
wild. Like, we went to so South by Southwest, obviously everyone knows it's a film festival, but they also do a gaming convention now.
That's so cool.
As well in Austin. And we went to the gaming one, and they do a bunch of tournaments. And so one of the tournaments, of course, is these fighter style games like Mortal Kombat, but the biggest one is Street Fighter.
Oh, and
people play on those arcade tables with the joysticks and the buttons. They just carry them around with them.
It's so weird. It's actually crazy. And they prefer that to a controller. Yeah,
it's an interesting culture that I don't quite understand, but it's always fascinating to watch.
This Outlaw Johnny Black doesn't have terrible reviews.
Yeah. How many reviews, though?
So on IMDb, it's got a 7.1 out of 10 with 101. And on Rotten Tomatoes, this, even though it could all be a lie, 64 critic and 93% audience score.
Okay, interesting.
Kind of crazy.
I have one showing, and it is at the Alamo that is farthest away from me. So
I'm not seeing anything as far as those go. No showings at all. I'm surprised. I mean, it'll probably be streaming in like a week.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like Robert Downey Jr. doing blackface in Tropic Thunder.
I was gonna say that, or what's that other movie? Dynamite. Something Dynamite.
Is it called Black Dynamite?
Was it? Yes. Oh, it's because that is him.
Really?
It's the same guy.
There we go.
Okay, that's why he looks like that. He's just playing the same character in different decades of the year.
Pretty much.
All right, interesting. Well, that was a weird memory that I recalled for some reason, because I never saw that movie.
It's apparently really good. I guess it's based on an anime. It's got 83% critic and 85 audience, so not bad.
Okay. All right.
With 10,000 plus ratings. Holy shit.
All right, well, maybe we give that one a chance. I'm not convinced on Outlaw Johnny Black just yet.
Yeah, no, me either.
All right, so next one here. Camp hideout. After a troubled teen steals an important item from two big city goons, he hides it in a church summer camp and finds he must protect his newfound friends at all costs when the goons track him down. So this is starring old Corbin Bleu from High School Musical.
That's a name I haven't heard in a really long time.
Yeah, and yet again, another film that confuses me, where the main stars are kind of, not that Corbin Bleu's a nobody, but he's a very forgotten name.
For sure.
But then they bring in Christopher Lloyd, who's obviously pretty damn famous from the Back to the Future films and quite a lot more. So I don't know how they end up with these folks.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yet another one, I don't. We're not going to tell you to go run to theaters to see that one, because I don't even think it is in theaters. Let me confirm. Nope. Oh wait, I got a Showtime. It just took a little bit to load. It's showing everywhere here.
Really? I might actually have Showtime too. I mean, I'm probably still not going to see it, but
interesting. And it has one of those. I don't know why a lot of those like camp style movies have this style of movie poster where it's like all caricature
cartoony.
Drawings.
Yeah.
I don't. They all do that.
One of them did it, and then after that, any movie that's at a camp has just all been like that.
They need to do that for the next Friday the 13th.
Pretty much, just Jason looking like a Dan Hip variant on Marvel Snap.
Final one here: The Inventor. Inventing flying contraptions, war machines, and studying cadavers, Leonardo da Vinci tackles the meaning of life itself with the help of French princess, Marguerite de Navarre. I think I did pretty good on that one. I feel pretty good about that. But this is from the writer of Ratatouille and Lion King, not the newer one, the 1994 one, the good one.
Oh, wow.
This guy has also been a story artist for a ton of Pixar films and a lot of good ones. So Bug's Life, Finding Dory, Finding Nemo, Inside Out, and Monsters, Inc. So good vibes around this film. It currently is sitting at a 6.6, only 133 ratings, 68 out of 100 on Metacritic from 58 reviews. It has that like animation similar to like the old Christmas movies.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just going to say. Kind of like the Rudolph.
And that always kind of creeped me out, but it does look well done. And who knows, maybe it's very good.
Yeah, it might be worth checking out. It's like a really cool premise, and I kind of like the way that they look, but actually some of the people in the poster kind of look like Roblox or something. It's kind of scaring me. I don't know. It might be worth checking out, though. It sounds interesting enough.
Some recognizable names here: Daisy Ridley, who of course is Rey in the newer Star Wars. Stephen Fry, who is way more famous over in Britain, I believe. But he's in quite a lot of things. V for Vendetta, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. He was just in The Morning Show. He's always kind of thrown around. He's in everything. I think he also did he does a lot of documentaries and plays himself, I think.
Oh, okay.
He
must have that voice.
He's the watered down Attenborough.
Matt Berry is hilarious. He's also in this. What We Do in the Shadows is such a funny show. Just the best.
So a lot of British icons, I guess we'll call them.
Pretty, yeah, a lot of British people.
Yeah, and it's about an Italian guy, so that might be fun to hear.
Freaking Italian.
Hey,
I'm walking here. I'm inventing here.
But that is, I hope he talks like that. I really do.
That would be so good.
Just like New Jersey accent from, what is it, 1600, something like that. Yeah. I don't know how old Leo da Vinci is. But that was the last one here, Ty. Not a ton. A couple standouts, but not much here. And you've already seen one of them. So let's hop into the news.
Yeah, let's hop into it. Not a ton of stuff this week, but some notable things. So did you ever see the movie Brightburn from back in like 2019? It was like the superhero horror movie. It was pretty much just if Superman was a huge piece of shit.
Oh, shit. Is that not... What am I thinking of with Will Smith?
Oh, that's
it's just Bright. That's just Bright.
Yeah.
Okay, then no, I have not seen Brightburn.
It's actually pretty cool. It's James Gunn produced. It made a decent bit of money on a smaller budget. It's kind of random that this is like getting a sequel because it seems like it's kind of just been forgotten about, but it's pretty much just like a Superman origin story if he was like a villain, or like whenever he was just like a little kid, if he was just like an asshole. So apparently this new movie that is going to be the sequel is going to incorporate new technology like AI and the metaverse. And I don't know if they mean that to make fun of that kind of like Megan, or if they think that sounds cool and makes us want to watch it, because it doesn't.
Yeah,
AI in the metaverse. What are we even? Yeah. So we have that coming out, which, okay. I would say check the first one out. It's not bad.
And it's out there to stream.
Yeah, surely. It's I'm not sure where right now, but it came out in 2019.
Networks, it looks like.
Okay. More sequels here / reboots. Did you ever see these Strangers movies?
Oh, yes. The first one I still have bad thoughts about because
I never watched it.
It's very good.
Okay,
if you're going to watch any of them,
I'm sure it holds up.
Watch that one and then stop, because the other two, I don't even know if I saw the third one, but first one's really good. Yeah,
that guy's mask, it's pretty much just a pillowcase. Super unsettling. I'm sure that just scared people for years about having home invaders. But so we're getting an entire new trilogy based on the home invasion horror classic. They're calling it horror classic. But first, look at what's in store next month during New York Comic Con, which I can't wait for that. I'm sure we'll get a ton of good movie news and trailers and all that stuff from New York Comic Con. Specific release dates for each installment haven't been unveiled, but it seems to confirm that all 3 entries are going to come out next year, with filming on the first movie finishing last year. So I think we're going to get all 3 next year, which is kind of crazy. Netflix kind of did that with those Fear Street movies, though. Did you see those?
I have not. I know Sophie has. I was not really into them.
Those were actually solid for like kind of like campy horror movies, but they did that. They would release one, and then like another month later they did part 2 and then part 3. So that's kind of cool. I'm here for all the movies that are worth watching. So, but apparently it says the remake centers on a couple who drive cross country to begin a new life in the Pacific Northwest. When their car breaks down in Venice, Oregon, they're forced to spend the night in a secluded Airbnb when they are terrorized from dusk till dawn by 3 masked strangers. So pretty much the same thing as the original movie, except now it's an Airbnb.
Fun fact about the original one. I'm drawing a blank on his real Glenn Howardson.
Oh, okay, yeah.
From Always Sunny is in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, barely, but he is in it.
Okay, so what's he get killed?
Yeah. Yes, he does. It's fucking That's blasted.
Awesome. Yeah, that'll be cool. Except now I'm gonna be terrified to go to Airbnbs in the woods, which
I still kind of am.
Yeah, it's weird being in an Airbnb, especially in the middle of the woods.
Yeah,
we've done that like a couple times now. We'll go on trips for Tay's birthday in October, and last year we went on one, and it was literally just a big abandoned cabin in the woods. We got there in the dark. Boy. It was terrifying. So
yeah, it's a weird thing, Airbnbs, you know?
Yeah.
You usually rent someone's home. Yeah. I haven't stayed in one for a while, but like 3 years ago, I had to go to Indianapolis, and I took an Airbnb, and it was straight up a dude's basement.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And he was like, still upstairs.
It'll just be like rooms of houses and shit. It's crazy. Yeah. We just stayed in one this weekend for a wedding we were at, and it was actually nice. It was downtown in Bloomfield, so it was like an urban area, but we were getting ready to check out. We just had to like leave. It was like 11 o'clock. We had to leave by. It was like 10:50. We're getting ready to leave. I'm in the kitchen, and then the lady that cleans the place just walks in. She's used the code and gotten our door. I was like, what the fuck? Scared the hell out of me. So,
and those cleaning fees are fucking absurd. That's the most expensive part.
Yeah. So yeah, Airbnb's cool, but I guess creepy now. So after watching this new movie, I'll probably be scared. So we're also getting a Thanksgiving movie, and I know what you're thinking. What the hell is that? What are we talking about here? So it's an Eli Roth horror movie. I guess it might have been a trailer in another movie, like as a joke, but so it's after a Black Friday riot ends in tragedy, a mysterious Thanksgiving-inspired killer terrorizes Plymouth, Massachusetts, the birthplace of the infamous holiday. It's actually Eli Roth's first horror movie in a decade, and it's starring Patrick Dempsey and Addison Rae, the TikToker.
All right.
So, really weird cast there. Theatrical release is going to be November 17th, so I think isn't that actually Black Friday?
That might be. When'd you say what day?
November 17th? No, never mind.
3, no.
No, okay.
Next week, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, that's cool. We'll see how Eli Roth knows horror, so that'll be cool to see. Right after Thanksgiving, go see the Thanksgiving horror movie. Why are people making horror movies that aren't coming out in October, though, is the thing. Besides The Exorcist, that's the only really scary movie we're getting in October.
It's really been scattered all over the year.
Yeah. People should be putting out horror movies a lot closer to Halloween.
Yeah.
So that means, I guess Saw is coming out next week, and it's getting there, but it's not close enough.
Right.
I don't think there's a lot coming out in October as far as horror goes, besides the new Exorcist movie, which, I mean, is probably going to be terrifying. It looks scary as hell.
Yeah, let's see here. In October, horror movies. Exorcist, which you said. Horror. Johnny Z? Fuck is that? Horror action film about a half human, half zombie. Oh, God.
Oh, gosh.
I'm already out. So no. Horror. Nope. Killers of the Flower Moon is not horror. Oh, no, we get great old Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, my gosh.
That'll be great. And then on October 31st, on Halloween, you get 5 horror movies, which are all... Nope, not all. Most are very low-budget films. The one that is not is called The Canterville Ghost, which will also have Stephen Fry, who we just talked about, Hugh Laurie, Dr. House, Toby Jones, who, if you see his face, you'll know him from everything, but I know him mostly as Dobby.
Oh, okay.
House elf. And then Freddie Highmore, who is the good doctor.
Oh, okay.
And Charlie Bucket.
Oh, I hate Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's so unsettling.
It is.
All the anime, all the way that everything about it's just weird.
It is creepy out.
Yeah.
But this is a kids horror movie. It is animated. Kind of, I don't know. It doesn't look great. I know we're going to talk about it eventually, but I can't think of any good animated horror movie. That's kind of a combination that doesn't always happen. Does Scooby-Doo count?
I guess so. I would say Scooby-Doo Zombie Island is one of the scariest movies back in the day, and it was terrifying.
It's so good. I miss that shit. Like the random Friday movies that like Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon would put out. Disney.
I
don't know if they still do that. I guess Disney Plus does that, but they're not saying that the ones that came out back then were good, but they were at least watchable.
Yeah. I don't really get too much stuff like that now. But the last thing here on news, this one, you don't think you sound interested, but let's talk about it. So, Monsters of California, Tom DeLonge's directorial debut.
Yeah.
So it's going to be releasing on October 6th in theaters and on demand. The film follows 3 friends who uncover a vast government conspiracy, but with a dash of humor and attitude you'd expect from Tom DeLonge. So right there, I'm hooked immediately. I can't wait. So that's one thing coming out in October we got looking forward to. But so the film takes my fascination with the unexplained combines it with the skate culture I grew up a part of and tosses in my ridiculous sense of humor that millions got to witness during my Blink-182 days, Tom DeLonge said in a statement. And then he said, in recent years, I've had the good fortune of helping the government remember how much they care about UFOs through the work we can do at To the Stars, and it's an experience in which helped me inspire this movie. I can't wait for audience to see how fucked up, fun adventure these kids go on. So that sounds awesome. I can't wait. We love Tom DeLonge. We love Blink-182. So, yeah, I'll be watching this as soon as it comes out.
Fuck yeah. That's going to be sick.
Other than that, though, that's the end of news. Not a ton.
Not a ton.
Just some new movies coming out eventually.
Yeah, great one to end on with the Monsters of California, because it sounds, we were kind of talking horror. We know Tom's into aliens.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, that's going to be exciting. I see him again next month.
That's awesome.
I'm very excited.
That new album's got to be coming soon. I've seen
talking about it for so long. Yeah,
I know.
Finally going to happen.
I don't know when officially, but
we'll just keep releasing singles. It's the only.
That's fine.
That's how a lot of things go now.
Uh-huh.
Also, I was thinking about super random, off topic, but I was thinking about this the other day. You know how like albums would get platinum albums? You know, it's 1 million records sold or something like that. That can't still be a thing, right? Because
I think it is actually.
But like, I think now many of it's streamed.
Yeah, I think however many streams ends up going counts as like a sale or what. There's a certain way to go about it now, but yeah. I mean, nobody's buying albums anymore. Right.
Yeah, I just thought that was kind of interesting. Like, man, completely change how that goes. So it's like, I don't even know. Let's see here. Certification thresholds: 500,000 would be for gold, 1 million for platinum, 10 million for diamond. Okay, but what about now? Since 2016, the RIAA, who is the one who does all this stuff, includes on-demand audio and video streams and tracks sale equivalent in gold and platinum album awards.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what equivalent is, but
yeah, it's probably got to be a shitload.
Yeah. Something that's for a different podcast, but yeah, just something I thought about the other day. I'm like, that's weird to think about.
I wonder how many diamond albums there are. How many diamond albums do you think there are? Oh, found out right now.
Find out, yeah. What do you got?
92.
92. Okay, how many? Ooh. Is this going to turn into a game with Billy?
It might actually, except it's going to be Music Billy, so.
Music Billy. Well, he,
20 million or more copies. Okay, so here we go. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's only 7 albums that have sold 20 million or more copies, which is
all right. Let's
fucking insane.
Okay,
this is gonna be tough.
I don't know a lot of album names.
Yeah, just go artist.
Can I just say artist? Okay, Beatles. Yeah.
No.
Michael Jackson.
Yep. Thriller. 34 million shipments sold. 34 times platinum.
Okay, so Michael Jackson, he only has one up there?
Yeah, yep.
Man, really, no Beatles. That shocks me.
This next band has 2 on there.
Oh, shit. Can you give me a decade from when they're from?
70s.
Zeppelin?
Actually, yeah, Zeppelin's on there. So, Untitled, their Zeppelin 4 album? 24 million shipments sold. 24 times platinum.
Okay, so Zeppelin.
Yep, so only
Michael Jackson.
2 more technically, since there's 2 of the one band.
2 of the one band. Shit.
3 more, but yeah, 2.
Zeppelin's up there. I don't think Bon Jovi. Queen?
No Queen.
No Queen. Damn. No Beatles. Metallica.
No Metallica.
Rolling Stones.
Nope, no Stones either.
God damn. All right, I'm dying here.
Okay, the next one, I'll give you a hint. It's an I was gonna say it's an animal. It's the Eagles. That's the one that's got 2 films on there. Yeah, Hotel California, and then their greatest hits album.
Wow,
38.
I did not.
Apparently the best selling album of all time is the Eagles' greatest hits album, 38 times platinum.
Feels like that shouldn't count.
No, it's actually nuts. Other ones are just Back in Black, AC/DC, and then Rumors, Fleetwood Mac.
So I thought I would not have got Fleetwood Mac. I thought about doing AC/DC, and I'm like, nah, no way. It's Zeppelin. Yeah. Well, I guess Zeppelin was there, but I didn't think AC/DC was going to be that big. That's wild.
Like, I've heard of Eagles and all that stuff. I never realized they were like that big, though. Like,
me neither. I remember my uncle would play their live DVD like at our camp randomly. I'm like, oh, I know this song. You know, it's just like every few songs I'd be like, I have heard this, but wouldn't actually know that I knew it was them. But
I mean, Hotel California does slap.
Yeah, absolutely it does. But fucking Diamond album #1, that it's just wild. I was gonna say Taylor Swift, but not yet.
Yeah, she's not even in the 15 to 19. There's quite a few more of the 15 to 19 million copies sold, but
and that's kind of where it comes back into play. Where is it harder now to get that because it's not as easy to track?
Even though like the streaming numbers help or whatever, there's still like the top. There's not an album from the 2000s until we get into the Marshall Mathers LP, and that sold 12.9 million, so it's 11 times platinum. And then there's like an NSYNC, a Britney Spears, which is getting there close, and then there's a Beatles album too. But like a lot of these are from a long time ago.
Okay, I found the answer. 150 streams counts as a single sale for a single. So for an album, it needs to be more.
Okay.
To just based on streams to be platinum, it needs 150 million streams.
Oh wow. So that's kind of crazy. Like if you think about it, like anytime Drake drops an album, I'm sure then it goes freaking crazy.
It's 150 million for a single. For an album, it's 1.5 billion.
Whoa.
So yeah.
Jeez.
And that just sounds harder.
No wonder nobody's making platinum and diamond albums anymore.
Well, NSYNC's about to come back and they'll get one. Anyways, movie podcast. That's what we're doing.
that was a spawn of our music podcast.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think
for sure. I mean,
I bet people didn't know that. Now you do.
No, Eagles, best-selling record of all time, greatest hits.
That's probably something that would have been in like our Guinness Book of World Record book.
Yep.
Back then.
Anyways, so I know one song on this album. By the way, it's "Slow Ride." I think that's it at least. Take it easy.
By who?
Eagles? Is that the same one?
No, that's not them. Yeah. No, Slow Ride is
this is called Take It Easy then.
Yeah. Slow Ride is called Slow Ride. Foghat. That's who sings that one.
I think I'm sure this is not true, but it sounds like the only Eagles song I know is Hotel California. And this is the best-selling album of all time. That's crazy. I
thought that too. So if you listen to it, I guarantee there will be at least like 2 more that you're like, I know this song.
Probably. They probably just get played on like DVE all the time.
Exactly. Yeah, before and after the Steelers games.
Yeah.
After we're sad.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I forgot they don't even play today, so our sadness is delayed for another night.
Thanks. So I'll talk about Shortcomings now. So let us jump quickly into it. So saw Shortcomings that came out last week. This is Kendall Park's directorial debut. I got to make sure I said his name correctly. Randall Park. I said Kendall. Randall Park. Directorial debut. You will know Randall Park from quite a few things. He plays Asian Jim in the Off the Boat, I believe is what it's WandaVision. Fresh Off the Boat is what it's called. Yeah, so this is the second Asian romance movie in a row that has disappointed me. The first one being Past Lives, but Past Lives disappointed way more because it is already on the list of like likely to be nominated for Best Picture. It has a crazy high rating, and I just hated it. With that said, I did like this one better because there's at least substance to some of the characters. You feel a little bit for them, definitely way more than you did in Past Lives. And there's some humor in it as well, which I enjoyed. That was probably my favorite part because the story itself isn't great. And what's also interesting is this is based on a graphic novel Yeah, if this was based off a graphic novel, that graphic novel has to be very, very boring.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird concept for a graphic novel too.
Yeah, and to go a little bit more into it, it follows the story of Ben, who is an Asian American living in LA. He wants to be a filmmaker, writer, play person, all that stuff. He is. It feels like he's struggling. He's not really having success, but the girl he is dating is finding some success, and it's almost like you get the feeling he's jealous of that, and he's just kind of a dick. You know, like the movie opens with them being in a showing for a movie that she helped with. I'm not sure exactly what she did, but she helped with this film, and everyone's like giving her praise and everything. It's like, it's okay. You know, it was nothing great and like shit like that. He's just kind of a dick. Okay. So eventually it leads into them taking a break, and she moves to New York she got some internship that had her go to New York, and he didn't go with her, so they're taking a break. Another big part of the story, which is super weird, it really focuses on his desire to be with a white woman. That's like his thing is white women. And I'm like, okay, that's fine, but why is there so much focus on this? And that's like his whole thing. So he starts to get into this girl that he works with, and she's like very typical, well, stereotypical, I should say, artsy person.
Okay.
And to give an example of that, she was starting an art project where she takes a picture of her piss every morning. And she's going to turn that into an art exhibit. So that's hilarious. That's the type of person we're talking about here.
Holy shit, that rules.
With that said, like stuff like that was really funny, but it was kind of few and far between. My favorite person in this entire movie is, and I also have to question this. So her name, obviously not her real name, but her stage name is Sherry Cola.
Yeah.
She's from Joyride. But why are the Asian actresses naming themselves after beverages?
I don't know. That's wild, actually.
You got Sherry Cola and Aquafina.
Yeah.
And, they're both spelled wrong, obviously. But, yeah. So, the other guy who is in, actually, a couple surprise faces that come into this. Jacob Batalon, but he's Ned from Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
So he's in there, and he works at the movie theater that the main guy Ben works at, and they do kind of, they make a little joke about Spider-Man. He's like, "Oh, I fucking love Spider-Man." I'm like, nah, new Spider-Mans are lame, obviously making fun of him being
Yeah.
The other guy here, Timothy Simmons, who, honestly, when I look at him, I think of, oh no, I'm already drawing a blank to his name. He was Superman, and he's Geralt. The Witcher, Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
He looks like washed up Henry Cavill with a mustache. But when you actually see him in things, that's not him. But he's in quite a few things. I've been watching Veep recently.
I've heard this show is great. I want to start that. I think
it takes a little bit to catch on. It's not. It's kind of a dry humor. But it does take a little bit to catch on. But he's maybe my favorite part because everyone just fucking rips on him. But he's in this as well. I won't say who he is. It's kind of spoiler-y. But overall, the story itself is boring. It felt very long, and it is only an hour 32.
Oh, wow. I hate that. That's the worst.
It drags out. Comedy isn't always there, but when it is there, it's pretty funny. Nice. But overall, pretty damn boring. I did give it a higher rating than I did Past Lives, because it was not as boring as that. So I ended up with a 4 out of 10.
Ooh, 4 out of 10. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought this one didn't look too bad, but now after hearing that, I think I'm gonna skip it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I kind of thought Justin Min and Sherry Cole would be a funny combo, but turns out maybe not that funny.
And I really like Randall Park. I think if he directs a movie that maybe he has a hand in writing and it's not based off of something that already exists, he'll do better. because
Yeah.
I don't know what made him choose this graphic novel because it's boring as shit.
It's such a weird graphic novel too. Like the idea of I don't know. I don't get that as a graphic novel. Very
It
weird.
doesn't sound exciting.
No.
So hopefully you had a better experience. 2 days ago, Ty, when you saw Haunting in Venice?
Yeah.
It is
Thursday. But
Thursday. Gotcha.
So yeah, let's jump right into it. So, like I was saying earlier, it's the third installment in Kenneth Branagh's Agatha Christie novel movies. Like we said, the first was The Murder on the Orient Express, second, Death on the Nile. Both pretty solid. I never watched the first one, so maybe I will since I've been a big murder mystery kick lately. So Kenneth Branagh, he directs, but he also returns as Hercule Poirot. It's French. Film also stars Michelle Yeoh, Tina Fey, Jamie Dornan, and Kelly Riley. She's Beth in Yellowstone, if you ever watched Yellowstone.
Okay.
Beth Dutton. It's currently a 6.7 on IMDb and 78% certified fresh critic score, but only a 50% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, which was kind of wild. That was whenever I saw it. Let's see if that changed at all. If it'll load on my computer.
Just having
Haunting in Venice. 79% and 77%. Okay, so somebody must have been review bombing it or something that day, because I figured it would be a lot higher audience score than that. So that's up to 70 now. But then for comparison, the Orient Express only had a 6.5 on IMDb, 61 critic and 54 audience on Rotten Tomatoes. And then Death on the Nile, 6.3 on IMDb and 61 critic and 82 audience. So people like that one a little bit better. Seems like this one so far the best one yet, though. And I think I have to agree. I agree with that. So I didn't even know this film was coming out until a couple weeks ago when we talked about it. It doesn't seem like it's getting a ton of marketing. And I was only one of 3 people in it for whenever I got there. So that's better than being alone, I guess. So at least I made a little bit more money. I love a good murder mystery, though, in the whodunit genre, like especially with Knives Out. That's the absolute peak. Glass Onion was pretty good, and Death on the Nile was probably third on that list as far as recent ones go. This one, though, we talked about it. I could do another quick synopsis. So, post World War II, the detective is retired, living on his own. He goes to a seance, and then one of the guests is murdered, and he's back solving the murder. So I liked that a lot. It was a different feel from the beginning. 'Cause it rather than just being hired on as a detective to go solve a mystery, it kind of just happens. Reluctantly, it happens, and it's got a bit of a spooky vibe going too, which adds another layer to the murder mystery. Not a ton of complaints from me. Just a few minor things here and there, like how it takes place in Venice, but maybe only 2 people are French. Everyone else just has a British or American accent. There's a few boring spots, like whenever they...
Wait, what about the French in Venice?
So, one of the only things a few minor complaints here, like it takes place in Venice, but I think only 2 people are French.
Oh.
That are in the movie.
Venice is in Italy.
I'm an idiot.
That's where I got confused. I was like, wait, what I missed?
Okay, so then never mind. It still stands. So...
No one's Italian.
Even though, yeah, there's nobody that's Italian. Everybody has a British or an American accent. There's a few boring spots whenever they get into people's background and stuff, like interviewing them for, trying to figure out who did the murder or all that. But it has a solid pace, and it's only an hour and 45, so it's not too long. And the fact that you're trying to guess what's going on the whole time makes up for that. So you're kind of trying to figure out, put the pieces together for the murder mystery. So it goes by pretty quick. I definitely think if you're a fan of the murder mysteries, you'll enjoy this one. And I think it's definitely the best one of Kenneth Branagh's. I don't think his detective's my favorite, though. Like, I think obviously Benoit Blanc is the guy when it comes to these now, Daniel Craig. But I gave Death on the Nile a 7 a couple years ago. So for this one, I think I'm going to go 8. It's just as good as Death on the Nile, but maybe a little bit better. Like I said before, Knives Out is like a damn near perfect movie in my book, and Glass Onion's pretty good. It's not as good as it's not as good as Knives Out, but and it's probably a little bit better than this one. But I did get caught. I kind of caught on. Okay, here we go. I kind of caught on at who did the killing, but they kind of flipped it around on me, so I was wrong.
Wow, okay.
So yeah, keeps you guessing. They drop some good hints along the way to keep you guessing, but like I said, Hercule Poirot versus Benoit Blanc. My money's on Benoit Blanc. And I did see this movie did not beat The Nun 2 at the box office this weekend, so that's not a great look.
Oh,
so
wow.
maybe,
And Nun 2 came out 2 weeks ago, or last week.
Yeah, so
wow.
I don't either tied or it lost out to The Nun 2 at the box office in its first week, which is not a good look. But
That's
like I said,
great.
getting closer to Halloween, so maybe people want to see The Nun. But like we said, that could have waited till October and had a better release. Did better, but yeah, Haunting in Venice. It's a good whodunit, you know. It's worth a watch, I think.
Cool. They don't try to bring in any like lame. Oh, now there's a spirit trying to kill people or shit like that. It's all like actual. We're trying to find humans. We're not trying to find some demon killing people.
Yeah, they try to make. I don't want to spoil too much.
Yeah, sure thing.
But yeah, there's like a spooky vibe to it, but it's all based in reality.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm glad he had a better experience than I did with these newer movies, because with that 8, without my rating, granted, that would tie it for 5th place at the moment. And we just talked about, our top 5 movies a couple episodes ago. So that may stay up there depending on my rating. And hopefully I'll see it soon. But yeah, I'm still looking at this. I still want to see Bottoms.
Bottoms is great.
That sounds
so
hilarious.
funny. I'm probably going to end up changing a lot of my ratings, like I said before. Like, if I see Bottoms again, I'll probably bump it up because it's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, I think we'll need to, there's going to be a lot of ties, and we'll just have to reorder them.
Yep.
But, cool. Now, Michelle...
I do have a hot take about this movie.
Okay.
I think people that are on SNL aren't all great actors.
That
Tina
is...
Fey.
I'm
not a big Tina Fey guy.
Same.
If Will Ferrell wasn't in comedy movies, he wouldn't really be a great actor, Yeah. It's like I don't know the best SNL actor. Like, who would that even be? They're good at what they do on SNL, and they're okay. Yeah, he's good. But some of them it's just hard to look past. Like, oh, that's just Tina Fey.
I can't stand her.
I don't like her one bit,
and I can't stand Amy Poehler.
Yep. I can't stand either of them.
Like, remember when they made those movies like way back? What was the one they made together where like one was trying to get pregnant and the other one couldn't get pregnant? I don't remember. Some shit like that. Either. But no, they're way better writers than they are at acting.
Yeah.
Like, Tina Fey wrote Mean Girls.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like they obviously have talent there, otherwise they wouldn't be on SNL.
Yeah,
it's just
for
like
sure.
I don't know, that they just bother me.
Application. I just don't like the way that they act.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, Michelle Yeoh is in this one. Yeah,
she's still good after winning. She did win really Best Actress, right?
I think so.
Did. Yeah, go her.
Yeah, Michelle Yeoh, she's the best. Kenneth Branagh, even though he directed it, I don't really love this character all that much, like the detective with his French accent. French. He's French. That's why I got so confused. He's French in the movie, but he's in Venice.
And he's from Ireland.
Yeah, it's like a whole big clusterfuck there. His accent, like, is just kind of obnoxious, and his mustache is obnoxious as hell, too. Just trim it, dude. But...
Oh, that's why I recognized him. I just watched Valkyrie with Tom Cruise. He's in that.
So did you ever hear the theory that Tom Cruise is wearing a fake ass in that movie?
In Valkyrie?
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to send you the picture.
I'm trying to like think about the scenes where I would even see his ass. I mean, he did get blown to pieces, so maybe they had to give him one.
Look at this. This is so hilarious, dude. This is going to make you laugh. Tom Cruise denies wearing a fake ass in Valkyrie, all this stuff, but it's so funny, dude.
It's just blown up.
Just huge ass.
Got a fucking thick ass.
Tom Cruise denies wearing a fake butt in the movie, but people aren't buying it. He just wanted to look caked up whenever he's bent over like that for the movie.
I'm about to get destroyed. Better get porked. Oh boy. Cool. So yeah, I never saw. No, I did see Murder on the Orient Express. Didn't see Death on the Nile.
I like Death on the Nile. It's like a different setting. This one It's kind of just like in a dark, like big dark building. Death on the Nile, though, you're on a boat, so that was cool.
Yeah. So first one on a train. Now they're on a boat. Are they not on any sort of transportation here?
Nope, just a house.
No,
I mean, they're in a lot of little boats and stuff, and like the channels and shit of Italy. But yeah,
cool. I will have to give that one a go. They actually did film it in Italy. I hate when movies are like, this is where it takes place, and then they don't actually film it there.
Yeah, there's no way that there's no way they could have done it without being there, I think.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you can do all those little boats and all the channels and all that.
Cool. Post-world. Now they're all. Do you have to see the other ones? I know you said you haven't seen the first one, but like, do you think it matters? Like, did you miss anything because of that?
No. The only thing that's the same is the detective guy, and really, I mean, all he does is interview other new people whenever everything unfolds. So
gotcha.
You don't need to know his backstory or anything like that. He's just a detective.
Oh yeah, there is nobody else. It is just him.
Yep.
Russell Brand was in the last one.
Oh yeah, he was.
And
I'll probably watch the Orient Express one.
Or I did like that one.
That's like the whole murder mystery thing on Netflix too, like Murder Mystery 2.
Yeah. Because I think that was the thing, right? Like, it used to be a thing where they would do these like fake murder mysteries on a train.
Yeah, and it's all just based on the actual book Murder on the Orient Express.
Exactly, and I think the reason I know that is, funny enough, we were just talking about King of the Hill. There's an episode where Hank tries to do a murder mystery thing on a train for Peggy. Something goes wrong, and they figure it out in like the first 5 minutes, so they just have to sit on a train for like hours.
That's hilarious.
But yeah,
Kenneth Branagh was in Oppenheimer. He played Bohr.
He's in a lot of shit.
He is.
Hercule, Henry V, Hamlet,
Tenet. Yeah, Tenet.
So he's another Nolan.
He's a Nolan guy, even though he's his own director too.
Yeah. Is he in Batman? No.
He's directed a bunch of stuff. He directed Belfast.
I fucking forgot he was Gilderoy Lockhart in Harry Potter.
Oh wow, me too.
I forgot about that.
Damn.
That fucking scumbag, liar pants. Awesome. Ty, we're getting closer to better movies. The September's been a bit rough. Next week, I think it sounds like you're gonna take the bullet and see the Expendables.
I think I will. I think the only one I saw was ever the first one, but
same.
I'll do it for the pod.
But 2 weeks after, the week after that, we get Saw 10, which is all I really care about. The Creator, which looks pretty good.
The Creator does look good. It looks different.
And then what else we get?
Money's coming out sometime. I don't even know. The dates are so weird with it. Yeah, it just keeps getting pushed around.
The Kill Room. I don't know what the hell that is, but it's Samuel L. Jackson, Uma Thurman, Joe Manganiello. That's a lot of firepower in one movie.
It doesn't sound bad.
So that is coming out. Who is directing? Nicole Payon. He has done fucking nothing. Well, all right. Well, we'll talk about that when we get to it, but at least we have something else to look forward to. It's getting better. We're in a dip, and then I think we're gonna start peaking again around October, November.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But Ty, I think it's time we hop off here, watch some football, and then it's already Monday tomorrow. Not excited.
Yeah, I know. And then we get ready to watch the Steelers lose, probably.
We don't need to talk about that. That's a different podcast. But cool. We will see everyone next time.